See how there's a little bit of a wobble in there? She's not sucked down tight. See that? I just wonder if when I put that nut on last, well, I guess 2 weeks ago, that the cotter pin came loose and broke or whatever, and the nut backed off, and there was a little bit of a wobble in there. It doesn't take much, as you guys can see, because it looks like it's tight, but she's not. There's a little bit of wobble there. So I just wonder if something came loose and it broke it. We'll never know. We just have to move on and prevent it from happening again.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, so this is the ball joint that we broke. Literally snapped it in half. Had 2 nights on it. Some people came over and looked at it, and obviously it looks like it's been cracked for a while. But it doesn't make any sense because we've only ran it 2 nights. And the only thing I can think of that happened is I hit the berm at Deer Creek, and when I say I hit it, like, the car was fully loaded and the left front tire was off the ground. So I really don't know. Maybe it was just bad material. And I didn't think I ever hit anything with this in the 2 races. So it's really weird that it would just snap off like that. Like I said, it looks like it's been broke off or cracked for some time. Obviously that part there is in a spot where you can't just check that. And even if you do check it, it'd be really hard to see because, as you guys can tell, it was right in the threads. So, all right, so as you guys can see, I guess focus on this point. So this has a pretty big hump on it, and if I flip it over here, you can kind of see where it hit the frame or started to crack. Sorry, everything's dirty. I'm gonna take that stuff apart anyways, but it shouldn't be like that. See how this one is a brand new one? Barely has a curve in it, and this one obviously looks like it's been bent. That happened when the lower broke off, so not sure exactly what it hit. That's why, like I said, we're going through everything. Like, all this stuff matters. This is obviously a brand new one. We take these apart every week, but as you guys can see, if you guys don't take it apart, dirt gets in there, and yeah, so I'm gonna be going through everything this week. And this is why you go through stuff, to prevent stuff like that from happening. Alright, so like I said, we're going to put the spring in here. Make sure everything lines up. So lift it up. This on. See how there's a little bit of a wobble in there? She's not sucked down tight. See that? I just wonder if when I put that nut on last, well, I guess 2 weeks ago, that the cotter pin came loose and broke or whatever, and the nut backed off, and there was a little bit of a wobble in there. It doesn't take much, as you guys can see, because it looks like it's tight, but she's not. There's a little bit of wobble there. So I just wonder if something came loose and it broke it. We'll never know. We just have to move on and prevent it from happening again. So that's what we're going to do here today, or tonight. Get some washers put on here, get it pulled down tight. And all right, so today we're out on the St. Croix River, just south of Hudson, fishing. This is what Dad loves to do now since he's not racing a whole lot. So it's kind of like in his own habitat here. Isn't that right?
Right.
So we're out here. It's, I don't know, it's probably what, 85 degrees.
Yeah.
It's a lot hotter here than it was at work when I left. But it's absolutely beautiful out there. You guys can see it's basically no waves at all. It's like smooth as glass. So I don't think you're gonna find a better day to go fishing. So we're out here, hopefully going to catch some walleye. Yeah, just passed.
Here, Tony. Open up.
How about that? One hell of a fish.
Show that to Amber. She's used to little ones.
Yeah, look at that, Tony. That's what a fish looks like.
Yeah, I see that.
That's, yeah.
All right, everyone. We are here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Like I was saying in our last video, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. But we are here at Cedar Lake Speedway. It is the final night of the regular season here, and it is Championship Saturday. Obviously, last weekend did not go our way, so we didn't put ourselves in position to possibly win a championship. It is what it is, but we're here hopefully and gonna have a good night, put her in victory lane, and kind of change our story of the year, where we've had a good night one night, and then the next night we're crappy or we break. So we're actually on the racetrack right now. It's a lot drier than it was last weekend, excuse me. This is what it looks like. So she looks wet from a distance, but she's really not bad at all. I mean, there's moisture, but it's not bad at all. So it is also fan appreciation night. So our good friends over at the Willow River Saloon, Chris Cath, sponsor of the racetrack as well, really supports us and all the fans that come to the races. So they're cooking corn on the cob tonight, and hopefully everyone enjoys the corn on the cob. Obviously, if you're looking for a place to eat, check out the Willow River Saloon, Urquhart, Wisconsin.
We're getting ready to go out for a hot lap. Alright, so we just completed hot laps. Everybody's getting the things tore apart, mud cleaned out. Looking at the lineup in here. Needed to check Tim. As you saw, Cody was going, imitating how the car was acting in the hot lap. So Tim's going to go check the fittings on the fuel lines and the fuel cell. If Henry with today, he's helping, and Bennett, Abby, did you check them? So, checking those 915. Cody's over talking to Jake at SSR. Probably about car handling, setup, all that kind of stuff. So Jake is here tonight racing. He doesn't come every week, but he is here tonight. So Cody's talked about him quite a bit.
there was a lift coming into one, and when you hit that, it like your car would come to a dead stop, and come just barely underneath that lift.
Yeah, and it was dry slick. I was sliding the right front on it. When I would hit it, I would set the car early so it would hit the right front drive. See, here's the problem. There's traction everywhere except for right where I put the right front. So I have to stop the car to get it to turn. And when I would stop the car and come down...
Talking in one.
When I would stop the car and enter and come down the track, I had a hell of a run. But I couldn't do anything because I couldn't get alongside of him. Because I knew he was going to do it. He was going to go right down to the bottom and slide back up.
The next thing is, when you did that, you should have fucking never lifted. You should have just fucking pushing them down the front backstretch.
Yeah, well, I was at his fucking right rear tire. Thanks.
It's completely tucked under. The car is bottoming out every time. It's the track's fault, it's not his.
I get it.
Okay, so adjustments have been made now. New adjustments, and we're just putting the tires back on, checking lugs, tire pressures, and we should be ready to go again. I said it did dry out, which we did not anticipate.
It didn't look like it was going to at all, so.
But that's why you
nice.
watch.
It's nice, yeah, it's why you watch. It's nice to know that it dried out, because, like I said before, all the slow cars, they aren't normally very fast, or really fast and that stuff, and kind of, I wouldn't say it evens the playing field, but it gives us guys that are good on the slick too, you know, an advantage over the guys that can't go on the slick. So I don't expect it to be like monotonally dry or overly dry, but it won't be hammered down. Going to 8 tear-offs and 4 laps hammered down, so because that's no fun. So we'll just see what happens here. We start 8th. We got 7 cars to pass, and some really good ones at that. So we'll just see what we can do, and hopefully everything goes in our favor and works out.
Why'd you even say that?
I didn't think you looked that bad.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, you didn't go up top right away.
Because
Because
he
you
told
couldn't
me
steer?
not to. And here's the... Don't be mad at him. The cushion was fucking this thick. If you hit it, you're in the fence.
Okay.
And then the 91 where Dad's kind of told me to go.
Yeah, I know.
So I got to run, and then actually Mary fucking stood up, and I just nailed her.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at him. If I would have went up there, we wouldn't have a race car. It was that rough.
Well, that's fine. But that's where I thought you were going to go. So I didn't know.
And I feel like I'm out of shape.
Yeah, you hear that? You missed it. Tim's sick.
Coughing.
Coughing. Says he's getting better.
That's what he tried to tell us.
Yeah.
He's been saying that for a week now.
Yeah, I think I'm getting better. Have you noticed I'm not coughing lately? And then we come outside. I'm not coughing.
As much today.
Holy shit. So, as you guys saw in our last video, we struggled. There's just no point, or no going around that. We went through the gate, drew 57 or 59, something like that. Started inside row 3. It was a 1-lane racetrack. We went through all 8 tear-offs in 4 laps. Something obviously that you don't want to do. But we salvaged the 4th place finish, ended up making redraw. Drew 8 out of 12. Made some changes to the car, some last minute changes at that. The track had been heavy the entire night, and we made one final look at the track, and sprint cars went out there and changed it from tacky to dry, and it was kind of a miracle, and we were all happy about it. But in the same token, went out there at night, didn't take advantage of the opportunities that I had given to me, and I honestly struggled. We didn't go backwards, but we didn't go forward. So we started 8th, finished 7th. In my book, that's not okay. I know that Dad had been talking about, it's you, you're not right. Like, you're not as comfortable in the car. What's going on? And to me, I felt like I've been driving it hard this entire time. It's just that I have no speed in the car, and we kind of chalked it up as maybe it's a little bit of both. And with that being said, we're not okay with, finishing 7th. Yeah, at the end of the day, we finished the race, but we're out there to win and have fun. And when you're not finishing up front, you're not having too much fun. And the angriness or the angry side of Cody came out in this video, and probably been out for the last couple of weeks in our videos. And I'm sorry about that, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's not any fun not finishing up front and winning races or being in contention to win. And we've got to figure that out. And so what we're going to do here is take next weekend off, which would be Labor Day Shootout, Race Lake, Wisconsin, and focus on the Legendary 100 the weekend of September 14th through the 16th, and then our races after that. It's just, we got to make sure that everything is right. There's no point on putting our car out there and something might be possibly wrong. Like I said, I don't think it's all me. Yeah, maybe some of it may be me, but when you have a car that might have something wrong with it, it doesn't matter who you put in it. You're gonna lack speed. And when we talk about all the time, all these cars, these really good guys are all so close together. Tenths of a second, a move here or move there can make a big difference. And when you don't have a car that doesn't turn right, or when you need a turn you can't turn, just stuff like that all matters. So we're gonna take our time and go through this car properly and hopefully find something wrong. We won't know until we take it apart, but that is our plan for right now. And then that's about it. That's all I got to say for you. But I'm sorry for being angry. I guess I know that this video here really shows how angry and pissed off I was. I don't like being like that, because as people around me know, that I'm more of a go-lucky kid and happy and whatever. But when we get to the racetrack and we're not having success and not being up front and kind of struggling and something might be wrong, it's just not very fun, and it's frustrating at times. And you guys have to also remember is sometimes you take your helmet off, the last thing you want is a camera stuck in your face, and it's really hard. But it's the emotions, because it's like, what the hell are you doing out there? What the heck are you doing out there? And you're like, I don't know. Like, I have to watch the video. I want to watch the video, because I can sit there and make every excuse in the book, and then you guys are gonna just be like, oh, he makes excuses, and I don't want to be like that. I had no excuse. You know, I thought I was running a good race, and reality was it really looked like we were just okay. I mean, the car looked like it was okay in one corner, and the next corner looked like crap. So,
well, and you come in, and when you don't know, you're frustrated. And yep, like you said, the last thing you want to do is talk on the camera, because you're frustrated and you just don't. Yeah. You're at a loss. You're at a loss, because you're like, is it me? What just happened? How did that happen? And even I was like, what is going on? Like, what happened? And so you don't even know what to say. But in keeping it real, I still try talking to you, because that is part of all of this. We try to be as real as possible.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, like I said, I'm not proud of this video. I think this shows my, I wouldn't say dark side, but a side that no one ever wants to be at in racing. But if you guys don't think that, you know, Bobby Pierce doesn't experience this, Ricky Thornton, you know, those top drivers, Jonathan Davenport, they don't experience this, you're wrong. You guys just don't get to see it. We just, like I said, my mom's like she said, we try to be very transparent with you guys and be real, and we might not always like what she has to hear after the races, because sometimes it's not very nice, but frustration comes through, and it's very realistic. And like I said, hopefully going forward we find something and we can, you know, find something that's wrong. I don't ever hope for something to be wrong, but in this case I do, because the last couple of weeks have been absolutely horrendous for us. I just feel like
and something wrong would explain.
Back up against the wall, you know. It's not fun to go to the track. It's not fun to finish in the back. I wouldn't say finish in the back, but be outside the top 5, you know. Especially how our year started. We had a really, really good car, and I'm not saying I'm still back in shape, because I still feel like I'm out of shape a little bit, but to have the car that we had at the beginning of the year, when I wasn't even like in shape, and I was able to, you know, drive from 12th to 2nd in a matter of laps, or start on the front row and lead some laps, and then be able to track Brendan Jensen back down after a couple of yellows and pass him, and the yellow come back out and finish 2nd, and have a couple, you know, 3, 4, 5 good weeks after that, and then kind of just plateaued out now and feel like we're missing something, and Dad thinks it's me, and he can think what he wants, but yeah, some of it might be me, but I do think something's wrong with the car. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to take our time and go through the car, make sure everything's good and squared away on it, and for my sake, I hope there's something wrong, but we won't know until we go through it, and bring it back down to SSR and have it rescaled, and hopefully have everything ready to go for the 100. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's videos. Again, sorry for being crabby. Hopefully happy smiles going forward, and that's all we can wish for. So like I said, please like this video, share with your friends and family, comment below, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, take care and have a blessed night.
See, Happy Cody's in there somewhere.
Oh, it sucks, guys. You have no idea. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. We have a lot of time, and here's another thing is, people don't get it. I have so much time and so much money invested in that race program, just like every one of my sponsors and every supporter of mine. It's truly a letdown when you go out there and have a performance how we had in this video. It just doesn't sit well with me, and I'm not okay with it.
Smiling through the window, counting down the hours like corners in the road. No more stress to hold on to, time to let it go. It's time to let it go. when the sun